Good afternoon to you and a very happy Friday. How are you doing? Thank you for joining me. Do let me know where in the world you are. How are we doing today? End of August, hey? End of the summer. Bank holiday in the UK, bank holiday weekend. I hope that you are doing fine. I hear it's freezing cold in the UK, so I am sending you lots and lots of sunshine. Hello, welcome to you and happy Friday. How are you doing? How is your family? How is your business? How's your team? Do give me a wave, give me a thumbs up, let me know where you are and let me know how you are. What have you been working on this week? Has it been a good one? I've had a really great week actually. It's been really great. I told you last week I got my book out, my second book manuscript out to beta readers, so starting getting the feedback back in, which is always good fun. Thank you to all of you who have been referring friends and colleagues to me. I really do appreciate it. We've had some new clients coming in for one-to-one coaching. Also, some workshops being lined up for September, and also some more people to be interviewed for my book. So even though I've got the first draft of the manuscript out, still doing interviews, which is great. Lots of great nuggets to include there. Can't wait to share it with you. Lots of new joiners to this community as well. Welcome to you all. Thank you so much for joining. I can see quite a few people coming in now. Do give me a wave, give me a thumbs up. I hope that you are doing well. Welcome to each and every one of you. I'm really passionate about serving you and giving you lots of great value, not just in these weekly lives from wherever I am in the world, but also in our regular Ask Me Anything slots, 3 p.m. UK time, every Monday. So please feel free to post your questions, your challenges into this group. Let us know where you're stuck and what questions you have. I really do hope that you and your business are thriving, but do you know what? If you're not, then that's completely okay. Please let me know what support you need. I want you to know that you are not alone. I can see that several of you have booked in some clarity calls this week, next week I should say. I am looking forward to speaking with you all. Thank you for booking those in. If you would like to get past your blockers, take that next step in your business, then do book in a call with me and let's get you a good dose of clarity. I free up a few slots each and every week in my calendar that I make available for these calls, completely free, no obligation, no pressure, no nothing, just wanting to help you get clear and take that next step in your business. You can find the link in the pinned post at the top of the group if that sounds like it would help you. Okay, so enough chit chat. Shall we get going? Welcome to my weekly live at 12 noon UK time every Friday, where we talk about how you can simplify, grow and enjoy your business. Whether you're just starting out or you're several years in, whether you want to build a nice lifestyle business or chase world domination, I am here to support your journey. Last week we were looking at the elephant in the room. We talked about how to recognize it and how to deal with it. Absolutely key when you are building a business, particularly when you're building a team. So if you didn't get a chance to join me live last week, you can always watch the recording in this group. All of my lives are organized into guides. We have Simplify, we have Grow, and we have Enjoy Your Business. Everything I do falls into one or more of these three guides, Simplify, Grow or Enjoy, so that you can easily find the support that you need. I, of course, want all three of those for you, but you will know for yourself and for where you are in your business which one is going to be relevant to you right now. So do check out all of the resources and information that is available here in this group for you. So let me know, where are you stuck? What questions do you have? What challenges are you facing? Today's live was inspired by a conversation that I had with a friend last week. Today we are talking about how to measure success. It's really easy to get caught up in everybody else's vision of success, but the truth is that success looks very different to each and every one of us. So how do we measure it? How do we really measure success? How do you compare results and effort? How do you ensure that you're building a business that's going to work for you and meet your version of success? As always, today's live is practical and simple. It's designed to give you some things to think about, but also some concrete actions that you can take today. Sound good? Let's get started then, shall we? Is your business successful? Question for you. Investors or other people involved in your business will usually want to see some sort of measurement that answers this question in an objective way. But do other people think that you're successful? So some people struggle with feeling like a success, even if other people would label them that way, would consider them to be successful. Do you feel successful in yourself? Do you feel that you are successful? Do you feel that your business is successful? Would measures help convince you? I'm going to share with you 7 different ways that you can use to measure success. And let's see how many of those you are using or that would resonate with you in terms of how you define success. Okay. Number 1, the very simplest of measures, profitability. Is your business making more than it spends? Is it doing so consistently? And are the numbers increasing? Is there enough left over each month to pay you what you want to be earning? And are you able to invest in future growth? Number 2, every business needs customers, and so tracking your number of customers is certainly a measure of success. A successful business has a growing customer base with a steady stream of leads in the pipeline. So are your lead generation and conversion rates improving? What about your cost of acquisition? How are you doing on that? That would be a measure of success. Number 3, it's all very well having customers, but are you giving them value? Customer satisfaction is a way of measuring success for sure. Are your customers happy not just with the service that you provide or the products that you provide, but the whole experience of dealing with you and your business? Would they buy again? And do they refer you to others? That's a metric that certainly I personally use in my sort of definition of success, is how many referrals do I get? Because ultimately that is a good way of gauging how happy my clients are. So how about customer satisfaction and referral rates as a measure of success? Number 4, team engagement. Happy, motivated team members are a very important measure of success. When people engage with your vision and they all pull in the same direction, their productivity will actually fuel the growth of your business. When your people are happy, they also focus on keeping your customers satisfied. So how about measuring the engagement and the happiness of the people that you work with, that work in your team, whether employees or outsourced contractors? Number 5 is an interesting one, learning. So experience and knowledge are actually often what sets successful entrepreneurs apart from people who are just starting out, maybe running their first business. It's not just what you know about your market, about your customers, about your competitors, but also what you've learned and experienced along the way. The choices you've made, as well as the successes and failures, can actually be used as a measure of success. In many ways, though, this one, number 6, in my view, is the most important measure of success, and that is your satisfaction. Now, this is a really tough one, actually, because many entrepreneurs that I work with are never satisfied. They always want more and more. But being happy isn't the same as settling. So saying that you're happy and you feel successful, that doesn't mean that you've had enough, that you don't want more, that you're not still driving for more. You can still be happy and want to achieve more and still set yourself goals. It's about finding that balance. But key question for you is your level of satisfaction. How happy do you feel? What's your measure of success? And number 7, the holy grail of business ownership, and that is your time. When you're able to determine how you spend your time, what that means is that you're able to delegate and you've also been able to create an efficient organization. When you're managing your own time and when you can decide what you do with your time, you are able to focus on making those key strategic decisions for your business. And you can choose to spend your time on what you want to be doing. So they're my 7 measures of success: profitability, number of customers, customer satisfaction, team engagement, learning, your satisfaction, and your time. Are there any that you would add to that? Let me know in the comments. How many of those would you actively track? How many of those do you consider to be measures of success? The true measures of success are much more subjective than those bottom line numbers that I started with. Each one of these measures requires attention, continued attention. It's not a binary thing, it's a progression, right? And so the other thing is to say is that each one of those will also influence the other measures on the list, so they don't stand alone. If I'm not satisfied, then probably my team are not going to be satisfied. If my customers are not satisfied, it may be that they are on the receiving end of a dissatisfied member of the team. Or what if you have customers that are not satisfied, that could actually be an indication that we're not really learning about what our customers truly need. So these measures all kind of dovetail in together and all impact each other. The real measure of success then is absolutely to deliver to yourself, to your team, to your companies and to your customers on all 7 of these measures, both now but also in the future. But the most important point here, and ultimately the reason that I wanted to talk to you about this today, is what you define as success. What is your definition of success? Yes, of course, all the 7 measures that I just shared with you are, of course, very important. But comparing yourself to other people is actually a complete waste of time, because each and every one of us has a different definition of success, and that will be different for you. And also, everybody is making different choices than you are. The choices that I'm making are different than the choices that you are making. And I told you earlier that today's live was actually inspired by a conversation with a friend of mine. She was comparing her business with mine. I've seen huge growth in the last few months, in the last year really, plus I've also finished my 2nd book, and she was comparing herself rather negatively to me. And what I said to her is that in my view, that's a completely false comparison somehow. She has a completely different life than me. She's made completely different choices than me. She has 2 children, she has a new partner, and she has elderly parents with health issues. She's made completely different choices in her life, not just over the last few years, but in the last year, which was effectively the period that she was comparing. Her business is also completely different than mine. The point that I'm trying to make is that measuring success is a deeply personal thing. Your success will look very different to mine. And just looking at the outputs, at what we're producing, what I'm producing versus what you're producing, is far too narrow a view. What I would suggest you look at instead is, what are you choosing to put your energy into, and what are the results you're getting out of that? If you're putting a lot of energy into something and not getting the results, then that is something to look at for sure. But beating yourself up because you're not getting results from somewhere that you're not putting a lot of energy into is probably quite counterproductive. If 50% of your energy is going into your business and 80% of my energy is going into my business, is it fair to compare them? So what do you think? Let me know what's resonating most with you. What questions do you have about measuring success? Do let me know in the comments. Also, what is your next step in life or in business? What's that next step that you want to be taking? What do you need to make you feel more confident? Do book in a clarity call with me and let's get you moving past whatever is blocking your progress and on to that next challenge. Before I close up for today, I want to give you some next steps, some concrete things that I suggest you do as a result of today's live. So firstly, think about what success looks like for you. How do you define success? When you hear me use that word, success, what does that mean for you? What comes up for you? How would you define success? Next, how would you measure it? Maybe look back at have a listen back at my 7 measures there. Which one of those is resonating most with you? Which one of those makes most sense? How do you measure? How do you define success? How do you measure success? And thirdly, you know what's coming. Let's take some action. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop trying to meet somebody else's dream. Please do let me know how you get on with this, and do get in touch if you need any support or if you want to talk it through with me. I'm going to close up today's live with 2 quotes which talk about how we measure success and how we define success. The first one is from the American businesswoman Anne Sweeney. Define success on your own terms, achieve it by your own rules, and build a life that you are proud to live. And secondly, from the American poet Maya Angelou, success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it. I'm good with that. I can buy into that. I think that's a brilliant measure of success personally. What do you think? How do you choose to measure success? How will you know when you are successful? Are you ready to really face what's happening in your life and in your business? Let's get you in the driving seat and building intentionally towards what you want. Decide what's really important to you and to your business and stick to it consistently. Building a business is tough. It can be a really long, hard road. So make sure that you are building something that is really meaningful to you, that will sustain you through the tough times. Be really intentional. Say no to those things that don't serve you and the goal that you want to achieve. And as I pass back over to you, as I do every week, that is really what I want you to take from today. What is the outcome that you seek? What is the result? What is the goal? Put your energy into getting really clear about that. But please allow yourself to do things in your own way. Yes, of course, learn from me, learn from others. But when you synthesize all of that learning and you bring it inside of you, what comes out must be congruent with you. It must work for you. If you want to build a huge multinational conglomerate that takes over the world, then please go for it. I'd be happy to support you. But if you just want to do your thing, then that is okay, of course, too. And I also want to support you in building that. Focus on listening to yourself and ask yourself what you need so that you can spend more time in your flow. And don't forget that the opposite of flow is friction. And so if things aren't really working, if they feel all tight and not really moving and stuck, then take a step back and focus on getting some clarity. Get some objective input, hire the services of a business coach, book in a clarity call with me. Take some time to look at what you're doing and where an easier path might start from and lead to. Ask yourself, what would a business that really works for me look like? Let me know your thoughts and questions on this or any other topic relating to how to simplify, grow and enjoy your business. What area of business would you like me to speak about next? Also, who do you know who could benefit from joining this community or having a conversation with me? If you haven't already claimed your free copy of my first book, The Real Entrepreneur, then you can check out therealentrepreneur.book.com, or if you prefer Audible or Kindle, you can find those on Amazon also. Do check out the leadership section of my book for more on measuring success. Get the foundations right and you can build from there. I really hope that you have a lovely weekend, whatever you're doing and whoever you're doing it with. I wish you a very happy and peaceful time. As always, if you want to talk, then you know where I am. Please remember to be where you are in the journey. You don't need to know it all, and you definitely don't have to do it all. Take care, stay safe, and do keep in touch. Bye for now. Happy Friday.